Welcome to the new chapter to the dreamer's life. I am the dreamer. Welcome to the Dreaming Guitarist Show, featuring the dreamer and all of my friends. Join us as we have a roundtable discussion about all things guitars, gear, and music. Enjoy the show.
Pretty baby, get ready for eternal dust. I wanna do it, I wanna do it. I wanna do it, I wanna do it. I wanna do it, I wanna turn up my stereo. I wanna do it, I wanna do it. I wanna do it, I wanna do it. I wanna do it, I wanna turn up my stereo. I wanna do it, I wanna do it. I wanna do it, I wanna do it. I wanna do it, I wanna turn up my stereo.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Bill. Welcome.
Is that well?
Welcome back.
Hey, it's Andrew Huang. My online music production class
hold
is
on,
now
guys.
open for enrollment.
You're not involved. How's it going, Bill?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good. I just had work.
Thank you.
Work on my lung tower. So.
Thank you. Yeah, Bernd. This is my friend, my dear friend, brother from Germany, Bernd Biedenbach. Bill, Bernd.
Welcome.
This is Bill Eagleson.
Hi, Bill.
Eggleston.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man. That's
Thank you.
pretty cool. That's a pretty cool video.
Yeah, Yeah, we shot it in the home of Furry, our singer. So it was a nice day. A lot of chaos going on in his flat, but all in all, we made it, and I think it's a good video. It's inspired by Twisted Sister. If you can look at details a little bit of it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
That's awesome. You know, I had to start the show out with that because first of all, Bill, you know, I'm a fan. You know me, I'm a music fan, and Dust and Bones is one of my all-time favorite new bands that I just discovered.
Thank you very much.
I love them. I love them, and so far every act that I've met from Germany, I'm a fan of. You know, I love the music. I love the energy. Great guys. I've met a lot of
great
people.
musicians out in Germany. That's for sure.
For sure.
A lot of friends out there.
You know.
We work hard, so we try each day.
Hi, Andy. Say hi to Bill and to Bernd. Coming live from Germany. Hey, Essential Guitarist. So, how's it going, Bill? How's your day going so far today?
It's going. You know, so I'm getting ready for the week to wind down. I got a 3-day weekend, and then we got a short week next week. So I get Fridays off in the summer, so that's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
But, yeah. Other than that, everything's been going great with the group. I certainly want to thank Peter Mezzo, Joe Blvd, you, of course, Will Dunham, George Mann, Chuck Walther, Susan Madkins, Sabrina De Palma, Brian Keller, and my sister Deidre.
Absolutely.
And they've been moderators of the group. So they've been extreme help, and they keep the group alive, and you guys always post some amazing stuff. So, and it's been a pleasure to work with you guys. I thank you very much.
Is it possible to play live? Meanwhile,
yeah, you can certainly. Yeah, you can do live videos. I actually do live videos sometimes on a show, and I'll chime in. And certainly post and share your group and share anything guitar related or at least music related. And you can certainly advertise yourself. It's just something I created for everyone that plays the guitar and has guitar interests. So yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Bernd, Bill's got the Essential Guitarist group on Facebook. Check it out. Check out the group.
There's some pretty well known musicians on there as well. So
yes.
I've been fortunate to meet and know a lot of musicians. So Ron Thal's on there.
Yeah.
There's one there for you. So
I think that's a very good thing. Doing things like tonight or on YouTube, what's going on? It's a good community. It's a good possibility for musicians to get in contact. Because in the past you just played a lot around your local locations. So just you go to shows, to big bands, things like that. But meanwhile, there are a lot of great guys on the internet doing different kind of things. So I like it. A lot of good people.
Oh, it's amazing. This is amazing. Yeah. I mean, if I remember, when I was a young lad, I should say, when I was a young lad, all the opportunities I have now, it's like, you would have killed for some of these opportunities, and this the technology and media and stuff has just opened up, all kinds of new doors, and it's crazy.
Hey, Cutter.
Hey, Cutter.
For example, if you're looking for some special stuff like how to play a solo, things like that,
sure.
You find a lot of good stuff on the internet. So in the past, when I started guitar, it was very difficult to get the right stuff. All the songbooks.
It was, and guitars.
The description of the songs was not right. It was often difficult to get the tone down to how they play it real. And so when they started all this teaching videos, beginning with the 90s, yeah. So until Batio, people like that, it's getting better. But meanwhile, I have to just go to YouTube and how to play guitar solo and
Michael and I were really good friends.
Yeah.
Michelangelo Batio, but he's not talking to me right now. Maybe one of these days we'll. But yeah, I had a lot of good times with that man. Great guitars.
I like him very much. He supported long time ago Dean guitars, so I like Dean guitars. But meanwhile, how's the name of this new company? Sawtooth.
Sawtooth, yeah. I knew Elliot as well. That was the CEO of at the time, and now his son has taken over. But yeah, it was a lot of good times, and miss Elliot. It was a great man.
He's the formerly CEO of the company. He passed.
Of Dean, yeah.
That was very sad because he played live with Michael Schenker sometimes.
Oh yes, Yeah, I've got a poster in my office here that we signed it, and I've got a couple of guitars that he signed and stuff too, and like I gave one to my other friend, admin Joe Blvd. Joe Blvd is his guitar tech. And we've remained friends all this time. So yeah.
I think
and he's an admin on the group. I'm sorry.
I think the company like Gibson need some CEO like him. You know what I mean? Because he runs Dean as a professional musician, as someone who is very, very into the business. He was very into the business. So I think that's the way it should be. Meanwhile, there are so many companies who are on a difficult way, like Gibson. You see as Gibson, it's my Gibson. So they built the great guitars all over the years, but they are so in trouble meanwhile, in financial troubles. So it's getting difficult.
Well, good guitars are actually, playable guitars are a lot cheaper than they were when I was growing up. That's for sure. I mean, I remember getting, a guitar and I buy something maybe for $100 and it was crap. It's just, it just wouldn't stay in tune and all that kind of stuff. And things have gotten a lot better since then. That's for sure.
My first guitar was Aria. It's the name of the company.
Oh yeah.
Aria Pro.
It was a comedy of this guitar you see behind us. I paid 25, 30 years ago. I paid a lot of money for it, and it was worth nothing at all. So it was just the fretboard was incredible. Bad shape, you know what I mean. So meanwhile, you can buy guitars for €300 or €400 or $500 bucks. They are very good. They're not absolutely perfect, but you can play it. You can play professional on the stage. You can do some recordings with it. So it's much more better than in the past. Yeah.
Well, now they're even, a lot of times if you're playing on stage, they're just micing your little amp and stuff too, so you don't even really need. And the amps have gotten smaller, and you can just it's just crazy how things have changed. Instead of having a huge stack of Marshalls like Ingve or somebody, but
Marshall stack you don't need.
They're still great amps, but
I play Eddie Van Halen 50 watt amp on the stage, and it fits very good. It fits every location. It's all enough when we are in the rehearsal room with the band. I just need just 20% of the volume. Yeah,
Wait, when did you do that, Bernd?
What?
The 50 watt Eddie Van Halen's 50 watt.
When I bought it?
Yeah, the EVH 50 watt.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 years ago. So I bought it and I use it since then live. And at home I play Eugen Kettner. It's a company from Germany. I think it's good stuff. It's the Spirit 200. It's a good amp to use at home. You can plug it into my computer system. So I use analog system for rehearsing for live, and I use the Spirit 200 for Eugen Kettner recording at home, and I also use some plugins like Amplitude. That's a great thing. So I use both of the words if you like. There are good stuff around. Just the software you can use today. It sounds very good. 10 years or 5 years ago, it was all crap. But nowadays, I think we can get really cool stuff to use with your computer to get as a plugin. Amplitude. It's my choice.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, do you have some Bernd? I have Metal Fighters queued up. Bill, I was just telling Bernd that this is one of the videos I pretty much my coffee time video in the morning, almost every morning. Check this out, Bill. This is called Metal Fighters, and this is definitely one of the videos that got me hooked on Dust and Bones and made me a fan. And I love this band. They're ultra cool. I love this band.
Hallo, ich bin der Metal Fighter und das waren Dust and Bones mit ihrem Song Bad Commando.
Aus dem aktuellen Album The Great The Nation Stereo Parade, überall zu kaufen. Mehr Infos über uns und die Metal Fighters findet ihr unten in der Videobeschreibung. Rock'n'Roll!
Liken, teilen, abonnieren.
Metal Fighters! Bad Commando!
I love that video, man.
Cool. I'm kind of digging that, man.
I love that video,
I
man.
can catch me listening to that later on after a couple of drinks.
That's like the whole thing from the smoky fire.
The humor in it is funny too.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you. Should I talk about the car I use on this video? So I can tell you something about how we record and what's the focus on recording with the band, because we use different tunings. We have just for new songs a guitar with a baritone tuning, yeah, and put it together with standard tuning. So I play this Maybach Les Paul. Have you ever heard about Maybach?
Do you have it handy, Bernd? Do you have that guitar? Do you have the Maybach right there by you?
Yeah.
Check this out, Bill. This is cool.
Yeah, it's because on the other side, I'm a big Randy Rhoads fan. So this is based on 1972 Les Paul. I think it was a custom. I don't know exactly what. So Maybach, it's they can't use the original headstock, so it's just not the normal way. But the guys from the company, they organized a lot of the distributions for Gibson and Epiphone.
Oh wow!
This is Luna. But
yeah.
it's
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
It
needs a little work, so. But it's sitting in my office here. I was working on it.
So if they look for new guitar player, they can contact you. So it's not different. So the guys they organize the distribution for Gibson and Epiphone more than 50 or 20 years in Germany or Europe. So the founder of the company, he decided to make his own models based on legendary Gibson guitars. So they all get them together on computer systems. It's the original not the headstock, but it's the original body. It's everything is very unique to the original except the headstock, and they combine it with modern technique, because you have acoustic holes in it. So it's not that heavy weight as original one.
Oh yeah.
But it's very resonant from the sound.
Different guitar.
Very good acoustic, and they established the company during the last 5-6 years in Europe. They made fine guitars. They started with Telecaster, so they make their own historic one. So it's a little bit aged, if you can see it. If you also. So got dings and dongs and things like that. So meanwhile it's very popular to build guitars like this. They start with Telecaster, the Maybach Tele. It was the beginning, the story from the company, and they're very successful. It's a mid-range budget guitar, so it costs you 2,000 euros, but it's a very professional instrument. Normally for a custom shop, Gibson, you have to pay 4,000, 5,000 euros up to this level there. So you can buy a very professional instrument with modern features. It don't look like modern features, but it was inside it. And they sell it with amber pickups. It's also a German company. They are all hand-wired pickups, and they sound like the original ones. Puffed pickups from the 70s. So if you use it right with the right amp, it's very near the original sound. So it's a great instrument. You can also use it for jazz music or acoustic stuff. So the Les Paul originally more for jazz music. Later on, guys like Robert, the guys from the 70s, they used it for rock, but originally it was more built for acoustic and for jazz music in the origin. So it's a great company. I use this guitar. I discovered it. I use it every day. It's a fine guitar.
Bernd,
I'm sure it's better than the one I got. I'm just working on that one. I got it.
And as I told you, as a baritone guitar, I use this Gibson. I bought it 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I use it for the baritone, so it's
oh, look at that.
E, A, D, F sharp, B. So it's a baritone guitar, and we combine it so we get the punch, the bass line with this guitar, and the topping with the normal standard tuning. So that's a bit the secret of the sound from Dust and Bone. So it sounds more from the bottom.
You'd be surprised. I have a black Les Paul. It's like the Les Paul custom deluxe chips and you can't. It sounds just like a Gibson. They did the electronics very well in it. It's just something that I happened to get. And I was like, okay. I don't really, I prefer, the actual brand, but some of these knockoffs are just really something. And you're surprised. I had one too.
I bought this one in the local shop, and at this time when I bought it, they had five of the SGs, and them sound completely different if you put it in the same amp with the same parameters, if you like. So it's a Guitarist, something that it's all of them are different. So some of them are good, some of them are not.
Well, that's the same though. But then if you find you don't like something, you can modify it, and you're not necessarily destroying something that's a collector's piece in a way. When you have something. So
well, good. Thank you, Bernd. You got, and you and Bernd, you and I have talked quite a bit about this guitar sitting right over your left shoulder, the Black Moser.
Yeah.
You want to pop that out?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Bernd.
It's a very unknown brand in Europe, but it all started with two good friends of mine. They it's more than 20 years ago. They tried to establish the Moser brand with a distribution company in Europe. So they are a part of the rock scene, and they try to establish it under Frankfurt Musikmesse. It's like a NAMM show in the States. It's a very big celebration of musicians and brands. And they tried to establish it, but they had no luck with it. So they run out of business, and I had a chance to buy two of these guitars. And I still love it today. I play them for more than 20 years. I show the other one. It's a white one.
Yeah, you have that white Moser also. That's another.
I don't know if Gabra makes this. I don't know, because they work together. So
GMW
companies. It's a very beautiful.
I really like the reverse headstock.
And it's great. It plays great. It sounds great. It's absolutely handcraft shifted. It's a beautiful guitar. So it
does look beautiful.
Yeah.
Bernd.
Look at the curly
marble
flame on that. Yeah. That neck looks beautiful.
Our dear friend Cutter Savage says that Moser is cool, man.
Yeah, it is.
He really likes
it. I like that Fender style headstock that's reversed.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
So, Neil Moser created it. I read it on video film on the internet. He was a technician for Jimi Hendrix for electronic stuff.
Yeah.
He does a lot of. He fixed his equipment more from the electronic side. And sometimes they have to fix a guitar, but they can't get a right headstock, so they just put a left-handed headstock. Hendrix.
Right.
So it all started. So people said, "Oh, it looks cool," but it was not. It was not.
I'm digging it.
Plant, yeah, if you like. And he's amazing artist building guitars. I like his work with BC Rich. Great man, absolutely.
Well,
He did a lot of things for Lita Ford, all these Warlocks guitars. Meanwhile, he runs his own business. I heard about it. It's Neil Moser back in business again. So great man.
well,
Good filler, man.
on the subject of Neil Moser, Bernd, this is something that you and I discussed. I'm not too sure when, but this is something you and I discussed. GMW Guitar Works is aligned with Neil Moser. Actually, the luthier Lee Garver had done some work for me in the early 90s.
Okay.
His shop, the GMW guitar shop, it's only about 10 minutes from my house. Now,
you're kidding me?
Downtown Glendora. Yeah, downtown Glendora, in an alley in downtown Glendora, California. And he's only about 10 minutes away. Lee Garver's only about 10 minutes away. And I've been trying to get him on the show. It's kind of hard to get an appointment with him right now.
Okay.
Because he's cutting down. Oh, we lost Bill.
Lost.
Bill will be back. He's cutting down. I think he's cutting down. He's trying to retire.
Yeah, okay.
So it's kind of hard to get a hold of him right now.
Okay.
But if I can, I definitely want to get Lee Garver. Maybe to drop by this show. So keep it more relaxed, more fun friendly. Cutter Savage, there, Bill. Cutter Savage said Neil Moser was with BC Rich for a while. I think he worked on some body shapes. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what's the exactly name of the model, but he invented one of the most popular models for BC Rich, the Rich Bitch. I don't know if this is the right word. He started as a technician for electronic things like that, but then he ran the business for BC Rich, and he created one of the successful models. And from then going on, it was at the beginning of the 80s, he started his own business, and then together with Lee Garver, GMW guitars, and then he was for retirement and came back with his own company. If I'm right, if the information is right, I don't know. He's still in business.
Neil Moser, I know that the early Neil Moser guitars are a collector's item now.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
and,
but they are not. They are known, but not well known. All the people are into the Chauvel and Jackson thing, you know. Lee Garver, he did a lot of painting job for these companies, also for Dean Guitars, I think, for the custom shop. So it's a small community of guys who built amazing guitars during the 80s and 90s. So a lot of them are very collectible guitars. Meanwhile, I like all these Bull's Eyes. It's custom shop things like that. Very good painting shops. They reissued a lot of the models during the new century. I think I don't know if they overpaid, if they're worth the money, all the money. But it's hard to find some originals from the 80s and 90s. So I think the reissue is a good thing. Maybe, I don't know. But they're very successful with them. What are doing, Chauvel and Jackson. Everybody's behind. Everybody wants to have a Jackson these days. So I look for one. It's one of the big dealers in Europe, worldwide. To get a good Jackson guitar, it's impossible to get one. They all sold out.
I don't blame people, Bernd. I don't blame people. You know, I was growing up in the time of Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, the whole sunset music scene, backyard parties in
Yeah.
Pasadena. I mean, that's because that's where I'm from, is Pasadena, California. And so my childhood was it was a trip. It was crazy because there were a few of those legendary backyard parties that I kind
Yeah.
of snuck into, but and I have some great memories. But in that time, when I got older, as I matured and I got matured, now that's funny. when I got into my 20s,
Yeah.
25, that's when I met Lee Garver.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's when he started making basses for Michael Anthony.
Yeah.
And he did some work for Eddie.
Yeah.
And he did some work for all sorts of Jason Becker.
Yeah. I know.
He made a couple of guitars for Jason Becker. I've got a picture of him with Jason Becker somewhere.
He also make the Dot Polka Flying V as a reissue. You can order it on his shop. So and I think Zach Wild played some of these guitars. This Polka Dot Flying V. This original one was not built from Lee Garver. It was built from, what's the name of this guy? I don't know exactly. It's another guy who built this legendary Flying V from
Carl Sandoval.
Yeah, that's the right name. Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in Monterey Park, where his shop was at the time. And I remember walking into Carl Sandoval's shop. I'm just learning. I'm just getting into playing guitar. I heard all about this guitar maker, in LA. So I got with a couple of my buddies at the time, and we went to Carl Sandoval's shop. And I remember this was even before I met Lee Garver, and I went to Lee Garver's shop for the first time. I'll tell you about that too. But the walking into Carl Sandoval's shop for the first time, I just felt like I had never seen anything like it before in my life. And I'm looking around. I want that,
Give me one of each, right?
Yeah. There's all these custom painted beads and with dragons and with all this stuff, and given to the fact that my Scottish heritage goes back to 19th century Scotland. I'm very much into the whole dragons and that type of stuff, medieval stuff. So I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm just like, looking at the price tags, and I'm like going, how am I going to do this? I don't have a job. And I'm looking. Here's this 18-year-old, punk with long hair, starting to grow a goatee, and I'm just like looking around. Then I met Carl, and then the subject of Randy Rhoads came up, and he goes, "There, check it out." And he turned around, and he came walking out behind the counter, and there he had a Randy Rhoads polka dotted Flying V. He goes, "You talk about this one?" And I said, "Yeah." Inside, I'm like, all right. I'm trying to be Mr. Cool, but I almost lost it. Well, I was losing it, but when he showed me, he goes, "Yeah, I made this for a guy in Burbank.
Yeah, okay.
You might like him. His name's Randy Rhoads. He plays in a band called Quiet Riot."
Okay.
And that is when the very next weekend I went with my sister to the Wolf and Rist Millers Country Club, and bam, lo and behold, the stage was, about about this tall.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't that tall. And here's this guy standing in front of me, hovering above me, just staring right into my eyes and right into my soul, right in my heart. And it's Randy Rhoads, man. And then I went back the next week, Mick Mars, Motley Crue, you know. And I went back, and this went on for a couple of years.
Okay.
And that's I had those moments, and but it was Randy Rhoads though that inspired me to get this right here. I have to. I'm reach in. I don't want to be rude, but the Boss EQ 200.
Okay.
The thing that I really love about this pedal right here is there's right here where my finger is, there's 4 LED lights. That's because you can program up to 4 different EQ settings.
Okay. So
in this
preset
pedal and store it. You can run. It has stereo ins and outs. You could run into the front of your amp and have one EQ setting. Then you can run to your effects loop and have a second EQ setting and have them both going at the same time. So you're getting cross frequencies. It's pretty neat.
The former days, I used the equalizer to push up the solo sound. When you play a Marshall with 2-channel amp, so you need a little bit more push up for your sound, for your energy. So I used all the time. This was the Boss equalizer. It's a gray one. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But it works good. It's very simple, man. Because that's what I like when I play live. At the 80s and 90s, it was all full of these racks and a big guitar. Meanwhile, it's more back to the basics. I like this. I like this dumb boxes. I like this. As I said, the smaller amps. Yeah, you don't need a 200-watt PV amp to play in a club. That's absolute nonsense. Because
using Kettner Black Spirit.
Yeah, that's a good one because it's not just a simulation of an amp. It's analog, and so they have some special technique in it. It gives you the little extra drive, and I have to look at just a moment. Yeah, they have a special knob on it. It gives you more. It's hard to say. I'm not so good in English. If your amp gets to the peak and over it, so it's more the satisfaction of the tone. So that's a special, unique technique they use. It's very clever made. It's very good engineered. So I just try it out. It's a good comedy. I think that the guitar player from Rush, he played a long time, Hughes and Kettner.
Alex Lifeson.
Yeah. Great band, great guy. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Very underestimated.
Over here in the chat, I've got one of my biggest fans. As a matter of fact, I was going to do this later, but I'll just say June 4th. I'm going out of town tomorrow for a couple of days for the holiday weekend. Me and Cindy are going to go out, get away for a couple of days, go to Orange County, go celebrate her girlfriend's birthday. Then we'll be back Sunday. And Monday's the holiday, but Tuesday, a whole new show week starts over again. Well, on June 4th next week, Fruitcake Tony will be coming back for a second appearance on Fan Appreciation Day. So Tony has been one of my most loyal fans since the very beginning. Tony and Sandra Picorni have been my 2 most loyal fans ever since I started 2.5 years ago. So this will be Tony's second time back on Fan Appreciation Day. So I'm glad you're here, Tony. Thank you for taking time out of your busy workday. Thank you for being here, Tony. Don't get in trouble with your boss, man. But thank you. Hey, and if you do, tell your boss you were talking to the Dreamer to check out the Dreamer's life. Cool. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for being here, man. They're my friend Bill Eagleston, the Essential Guitarist Group.
Eggleston.
Eggleston, excuse
Eggleston.
me.
E-G-G, like Eggleston.
Eggleston.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry about that, Bill.
No, that's all right. It happens all the time.
And my dear friend Bernd Biedenbach from Germany, from Dust and Bones. Tony, say hi in the chat to everybody, man. As long as you can stay, don't get in trouble.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna be getting out of here in about 10 minutes because I got to go back to work. But
sorry, Bill.
Well, that is. I'm not sorry. I'm getting paid. So
that's cool.
Before you leave, I have a special one. With all, I know, you know this guitar. It's a PV. It's a Vandenberg. It's more than 20 years old. So I think I have this for this evening. I started with this one as my music carrier, if you like. So I handled it good. So it's in good shape. I got new frets on it, my guitar technician. So that was a good guitar at that time for good money. And it started it all, because nowadays, I know what's your opinion, but I think a lot of these signature things are just merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
They are just not so many things.
I kind of agree. I don't.
Richie Kotzen Telecaster, that's not nonsense. That's a very good guitar,
Yeah.
but a lot of these, excuse me, Zach Wild things like that. So it's just merchandise. It had nothing to do with.
Yeah, it's like the new flavor of the month or something. It's just, you know, they kind of crank those things out, and I mean, it is what it is, and it's just too overpriced for me. So, if I'm going to spend a lot of money, I might just have either one, you know, just custom built or something. If I was going to do that.
I think Richard Kotzen is a very, very important person, because I saw it with his awesome Stratocaster, and he's very into music. He's a serious musician. And he features not just his brand or things like that. So he had some modifications on his guitars that makes really sense for his playing, what he really do very well. And I think that's the way things should be. If a very known person or good guitar player establishes his own guitar models, so I think I will get something from his idea to the instrument, and not just the color or brand or merchandise like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Fender is a very good brand indeed. But you said there are a lot of money. You can spend a lot of money for all these reissue models and custom shop models. Some of them are very, very, very good, but some of them, I think they're very overpaid.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I saw the new Rory Gallagher Telecaster, this extremely used one. I like this guitar player from the 70s.
Oh sure, yeah. No, Rory Gallagher is amazing.
It's so expensive. So
how about
they know how to get me.
Me too. How about the Paul Kozlov 58? Have you seen that one, Bernd?
No.
Paul Kozlov, who's in Free?
No, I don't see him.
Yeah, check out the Gibson, the new Gibson collection, signature collection. Of course, I can't never afford anything like that, but
they've been pushing they've been getting a lot of artists out of the woodwork, kind of almost, you know, not pun intended, I don't know, but it's a lot of signature models. I get emails all the time from Gibson.
Well, we were a little bit early on the conversation, and I have a video here that another video that, you know, it means a lot to the show, means a lot to the Dreamland Studios. Dust and Bones. And And this right here is the Black Moser that
Oh.
Bernd was
all
talking
right.
about.
Yeah.
I am very. This is a real good example of Moser guitars in action. Enjoy.
Okay.
Once in a while, you've been kicked around. Stand up with a smile. Start the next round. Things sometimes bad. The waste much time on that. Shit's gone, so it's gone. So long gone, yeah. Dust and bones don't sing the blues. Dust and bones don't sing the blues. Dust and bones. Have you ever heard about the demons that rise too short to crumble? Heaven bring on the end. We only got one life. Trying to have fun. Shit's gone, so it's gone. So long gone, yeah. Dust and bones don't sing the blues. Dust and bones don't sing the blues. Dust and bones. Shit's gone, so it's gone. So long gone, yeah. Lucky schneller, Mr. Bella. We love it! Die and bones don't sing the blues. 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 Dust and bones. Ho ho ho. Dust and bones. Hey hey hey. Dust and bones. Ho ho ho. Dust and bones.
Bernd Biedenbach.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
was the solo from Coast to Coast from the Scorpions album.
Mhm.
Love Drive, I think it's the album.
Yeah, that was Love Drive was the first, one of the first albums I ever bought. It's on 8-track. On 8-track, and then had that bubble gum where it had that picture. Yeah. Yeah, that was. I love that album to this day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's melodic. It's hard rock made in Germany at its best.
It's one of my favorites of all time.
So, I like Michael Schenker because I told Will about it. It was my first concert I ever visited. So it was the Peace of Mind tour 1983 with Iron Maiden, and Michael Schenker was support act. And my brother, he's 10 years older than me. He brought me to put me into the music scene, or into music at all. So he was a big Led Zeppelin fan, Rory Gallagher. So someone I discover again, if you like. And that was Scorpions and Michael Schenker. So, and UFO was
Michael Schenker
and Strangers in the Night. So I grew up with Michael Schenker, who changed his destination, or moved from Hanover to London when he was 70 years old, very young at age, and joined UFO. I think it's amazing career with all ups and downs, but a great musician. Maybe the biggest influence of me, and one of the greatest guitar players of all time for me, because he combines all the melodic stuff, bluesy stuff. He has a strict line expressing melody and feelings. I think he's a great technique.
Well, one of the cool things, Michael Schenker, because I got to meet him years ago, and is that he did just that, and he did it before a lot of people. Is that he would have a meet after the show that you could come and get things signed, and he would sit there and wait for everybody, and and it didn't cost you anything. You just go and you get to meet him after the show. Great experience, great guy. I've seen him a couple times. Of course, like I said, I met him as well. But I've got to get out of here, so I got to get back to work. So, so I can buy more guitars. No, I don't want to do that right now. I'm kidding. But anyway, I just want to say thank you for having me, Will, and it's very nice to meet you, Bernd. I'm going to check out some more of your music, man. It's so cool. Yeah. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning in and all that, and
absolutely,
and certainly check out the Essential Guitarists page on Facebook. So
Essential Guitarist Group.
Thank you.
You guys have a great one, man. Sincerely. So rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, Bill.
Thank you, John.
See how I get out of this thing now. Please.
There you go. Well, that's Bill. Essential Guitarist on Facebook. Check him out.
Yeah, check it out. And he's a very big Michael Schenker fan too. So I think we have a lot in common. So nice guy.
There's something I know you can relate to, Bernd.
Okay.
Tuners never leave home without them.
Okay.
What kind of tuner do you use, Bernd?
Just a moment.
Sure. I can grab something else.
I got a few of them. Steve Lukather use it, although it's this direction.
Ah, yeah. I have one of those.
Yeah, it's a Boss. Yeah.
I'm telling you, the Boss pedals.
Normally, I use this also live, so I have one in our rehearsal room. But normally, I'm very into electronic harmonics. That's a company from New York. It's well known. So I use live. I use a delay, a short slapback for the solos. So I have the memory toy. So it's the name of this small little piece of artwork, and I use a looper.
I have one
just for one song. So in the end, I use it to get a loop on it, and so I play some pieces of noise over it. So and an octaver. It's called Nano POC. I don't know exactly. It's
a nano.
I remember the SG. It's from the tuning. It's a baritone, and when you put the octave down on the bass tone, so it sounds like a bad motor. Yeah, you know what I mean. So if you have a classical intro, and you put a noise on it, it makes you grumbling in the stomach. That's perfect. So they made great stomp boxes. I like this company. Harmonix, Electro Harmonix. They're from New York, aren't they?
Yes. Yes. EHX.
Yeah. So,
It,
but that's all. It's very simple. So it's the UH. It's these 3 pieces of Stombox I use live. I use a Zach Wild Baba. At home, I can tell you, I like Dimebag. I'm not so into this Dimebag. It's a very colorful Dimebag, but I use his Wawa. Just a moment.
oh, the Dunlop Dime.
Yeah, Dunlop Dime. Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And Michael Schenker uses it too live. Meanwhile,
Yes.
if you can see videos from him playing live at the last tour, so he uses this one also live. It have different positions to combine different sounds. You can manipulate the range of the wah-wah, things like that. You have an extra push-up, extra distortion. It's very good. This one I use at home, and the Zach Wild I use live at Atmos. It gives me more punch at the lower frequencies, so it's more to the edge on this thing. If you like. I like Dunlop. It's a good company. Good pedals.
Well, have you ever seen? We were talking about booze and
Yeah.
EQ to smash the front of your amp. So let me just set this real quick. This is the TC Electronics Cinders.
Okay.
It's named after my wife. That's why I bought it. But then when I plugged it in and I used it, I thought, whoa, oh man, this thing is a permanent part of my rig.
Okay.
I have this is how I use it, Bernd. I have the volume right over here.
Yeah.
The volume's dying. The gain, the drive's all the way off.
Okay.
And the tone is straight up at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's how I pretty much use all my drives.
Okay. It's an overdrive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you use it in front of the amp? How do you run the amp? Do you run it clean and
Yes.
then? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I like using a clean format.
Yeah.
And then stack. Like I have 4 or 5 different overdrives, and I like stacking gain stages.
Yeah.
The way that gain stages can be stacked. And some people would be surprised how many of these things you could have on at the same time, but the sound is punchy and it's clear. And it's possible. You know, I experiment a lot with that. Okay. And next month in June for the Dreaming Guitarist show, I should have a video done showing how I experiment with stuff and experiment with pedals. I'm also a very big user. Let's see here. Here it is.
Is it the Friedman?
Yeah. This is my crown jewel.
Yeah, I saw it last time. It's a great company. Good friend of mine. When you remember the Maybach video, Timo, it's a good friend of mine. He uses Amber Friedman. Okay, they're very expensive, but it's all worth the money. So they make good stuff. And you're satisfied with it?
I love it.
I love it.
This is definitely part of my rig. There
the two knobs on.
Yeah. What we have here is 2 channels.
Okay.
So it's like having 2 brown eye heads, two Friedman amps, because this is the same circuit that's in his amplifiers. So it's like having 2 amps. It's like having 2 heads.
Okay, so you run your amp clean. You put it in front of it, so you have 2 channels.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you
Yes.
use one for the rhythm playing and one for the solo playing.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah. Okay.
I keep the gain off,
Yeah.
and I love keeping the volume down
Yeah.
and keeping the gain all the way off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you got
It-
maximum sustain and okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as the the dip switch right here for tight, I keep the tight dip switches up,
Mhm.
and when I have the tone knobs set like this, when I have the tone knobs set just at 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then kick the tight switches up, because
Yeah.
the tight switches are a 3-position switch. So I like to keep the tight switches on both channels
Yeah.
up like that. And maybe just to add just a little bit of character, I'll take channel 2 and I'll bump up the gain just a little bit.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
This Friedman.
Yeah, it's a good brand, good harmony. So I use, as I told you, Amplitude as an for my computer recording. So I have that's called Friedman Plexi. Yeah, it's a small 50-watt one as a simulation, and it's a great amp, man. So you can do all this. All in all, it's just like a Marshall, just with more sustain and overdrive, and then a little bit finer. It's not so. It's not. Yeah, it's finer. I think that points it out. So I use it a lot. Meanwhile, because I discovered all these plugins, they are very good and they are very near and similar to the sound. As I told you, Timo, my good friend. We recorded some songs together for a project, and he's very into these Friedman things. And he said to me, he had an original one at home, and he has the simulation, and I said it's very near to it. So you get a good impression on Amplitude. It's a very good amp for rock and roll, hard rock, not for metal, for all things. So that's more into. So I used for this Moser Black Moser video. I used 3-axis amp, so that's more into the metal thing, but you have to use different kind of gear for different kind of music. So that's my opinion. You can't play the EVH. It's very near. You can play also rock and roll, blues, hard rock, metal. You can play everything with it, but you can found this by other amps. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Well, there was a product that I was telling you about that I had gotten from Sweetwater. Big shout out to Sweetwater Music, and a big shout out to the wonderful, wonderful people at Sweetwater, both in the technical department and also Miss Lindsay Becker, who is my sales engineer that I have her with me.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Sweetwater. Thank you, Lindsay Becker. Thank you, Sweetwater Sound, for making sure that I always have what I need to be able to do my shows. Thank you. I recently got re-familiar with a company called ISP. And they're real famous for their decimator, which is a 1-rack space noise gate.
Okay. Yeah.
They developed this, and artists have been using this in their touring rigs for years.
Yes. Okay.
For as long as I can remember. But I recently discovered their Theta Pro, THETA Pro.
Yeah.
Upon discovery, I found, you know, the band Striper?
Yeah, yeah.
Michael Sweet, the singer, one of the guitar players.
He plays GMW guitars. Yeah, I know.
Him and Oz Fox.
Yeah.
Well, and now Michael plays Washburn, but
Yeah.
Oz Fox still plays the GMW guitars.
Yeah.
Because they're great.
Yeah.
And the Michael Sweet has his own signature Theta Pro.
Yeah, okay.
It's an all-in-one box with delay, chorus, pitch shifting,
Noise gate,
reverb. Bernd, check it out. This is not just signature merchandise like a lot of items that are out. This is a usable device. So a real big shout out to Buck Waller, Buck and his wife Shell over at ISP. Buck, if you're watching, I'd love to have you on someday. Love to hang out and just pick your brain and talk about the Theta and tell you how much I love your products. They're ISP. So I had to send mine back, not because there wasn't anything wrong with the product. They worked great. Sounded just epic. It sounded fantastic. Sounded better than I thought it would. I was like, wow, you know, it had a wow factor to it. And Mr. Buck Waller knows what he's doing with this. And it's because he used to own Rocktron. Remember Rocktron?
Yeah, I remember Rocktron.
I had some Rocktron, like I had an Intellifax. And
I used one in the older days, so they were very expensive at that time. But
I was a real big Rocktron user. So
I still have it too. I don't know why.
I'm waiting. I'm surprised my email hasn't gone off, but I'm waiting for my replacement to come. As soon as that happens, the next Dreaming Guitar show in June, I'll have that out and I'll have that dialed in and I'll have it. I'll have it to use it live on the show. It is phenomenal. The clean tone.
Yeah.
And the patches that Michael Sweet from Striper came up with for it. Unbelievable. If now I got it, of course I love the Striper tone. That's one of the reasons why I got it, because I wanted to learn how that tone worked. I want to see what was involved with that tone, because I kind of know the history of it a little bit. And Michael Sweet, I saw a video with Mr. Michael Sweet, and I was very intrigued. So I started to find out the story of how the Striper guitar tone was born. And then I got interested because I was like, that's how he did it. You know, it's I couldn't figure it out. I go see Striper live.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out. All I saw was him and Oz Fox had Marshall stacks.
Yeah.
And I could not figure out for the life of me how Michael Sweet and Oz Fox were getting their guitar.
Created that sound, Are they still around? Are they still playing? Are they an active band?
Well, I know Michael Sweet's been doing he's got a new project out called Sunbomb now. And that's with Tracy Guns from LA Guns. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's called, the name of the act is Sunbomb. SUMBOMB. Pretty good.
Do you run the system stereo or do you run it mono?
Um, well, right now just mono, but as soon as I get the Theta Pro back,
Yeah.
I'll have it hooked up and I'll have it running with the XLR outs
Yeah.
straight into my mixer, and I'll be running that stereo.
I used from the days I used systems live, not so often, but sometimes when you use a chorus as a splitter, if you like, to split the signal into 2 amps, you can get a very good sound. A lot of good sounds created live if you run a system stereo. So that's, but you have to. It makes sense if you're just one guitar player on the stage, maybe with 2. I don't know exactly. You bigger the stages are, I don't know exactly, but stereo effects you have to use two amps, then it makes sense at all, I think.
Well, Mr. Waller, Buck Waller over at ISP nailed it. He nailed it. The chorus in the ISP Theta Pro is a 4-voice chorus. It's a quad chorus. So it's just thick and fat and pure. That's the word I'm looking for, Bernd. The tones in this box that I'm waiting for are just pure, organic. It's not a modeler like the Kemper Line 6, which hey, I love Line 6. I used to be I had at one time I had the Line 6 HT Pod 500 floor unit. I had a Line 6 Spider 4 half stack. Yeah, I'm big believer in Line 6. I mean, I've heard nothing like it before. And I had to get all the Line 6 stuff that I could get. As a matter of fact, I reach over here and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this, because I don't know if I'm going to put this in a raffle. The Line 6 relay
guitar for
G10 wireless unit.
Yeah. I use a Shure system live on stage. It's very good.
I love Line 6 still.
That's fine. That's all.
But
back to the point, that's also my way of creating a guitar sound. In my opinion, at first you need a good tone at the amp at all, with no reverb, with no things like that. So it has to be a good tone, and I like live. I like to play just as I told you, just the solos with a little slapback delay, things like that. But it has to be the pure sound. If you like to play some, like wild stuff, for example, just use a little bit of chorus, maybe more if you like. But a good sound, it comes from the amp, and it should be simple, in my opinion. That's the way it should be.
If you could plug into an amp, and if you could plug into an amp and just go from your guitar straight in, set tones, set the EQ, the treble, mid, bass, and presence. If you can get a good solid foundation out of that, then everything else will be just like you were just saying, That's what rock and roll is, I mean, some of my all-time favorite rock and roll bands, from AC/DC to Jet Boy to Buck Cherry. I'm also very big fan of Jet Boy and Buck Cherry. And if you ever get a chance, I highly recommend checking out Rock and Roll Relics guitars. Go to rockandrollrelics.com. The owner is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guy. His name is Billy Rowe, and he's a great guy. Great guy. He's a solid human being. I love him. I call him friend, because he just he means a lot. He still means a lot. We were gonna hook up means a lot to Dreamland Studios.
Yeah.
We were gonna hook up for the NAMM show at January last year,
Okay.
and a family emergency came up, and I couldn't go.
Yeah.
I was really sad, because I was really looking forward to going
Yeah.
and hanging out at Rock and Roll Relics Guitars, the booth all day, and I was looking forward to it. And then here comes coronavirus and wipes everything out,
Yeah.
and wiped out the NAMM show for this year. So I'm really hoping, knock on wood,
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
I'm really hoping that I really want to go to the NAMM show next year. And because I know that I want to hang out at GMW exhibit. I want to hang out at I want to hang out at the Rock and Roll Relics exhibit and help my friend Billy with his exhibit. I want to hang out at the Friedman exhibit.
If you took a picture from you and Lee Garber, you have to send me. Yeah.
Well, yes, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that if the NAMM show happens in 2022, I want to, and I say this almost every show, I want to be there. I want to be there. I feel like I owe my friends, and I want to go get a hotel, stay for a couple days, and be a part of what's going on. And sure, I would love to meet more people to interview and have on Hanging with the Dreamer at this show, but I really want to go. I really, my heart is really longing to go.
A friend of my and the band, it's Lars Richter. He runs a company named Richter Straps. He spent a lot of time at the NAMM show during the last years, so he represented his own company there, and he made some great straps. We've got a signature one. I'll show you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Look at that. Hey, you know what? I've seen that before.
Yeah, you can see it on the video. It's a great piece of work. So it's good craftsmanship, and it's a good company. He's very established in the business. So he did signature straps for Dave Mustaine, Megadeth. Lemmy, he passed. Okay, the guys from Rammstein. So
Richard
he's settled good in the business, if you like. So
I would love to.
Yeah, he runs his company near where we come from, in our area, and he's very into the local business scene as well as he's established in the international business. So he's a nice guy. He runs a great company. Yeah.
Well, I've got guitars here. I've got 4 guitars here. I need straps for them. I speaking of which,
maybe you can meet him on the next NAMM show. I'm sure when it's open. So he's there with his company, and
I'd love to meet him. I love to talk to him. I love meeting new people. That's one of the reasons why I started my 2 shows. Hey, not too bad. We have 5 people watching right now. We have 2 hearts. So we have 2 hearts. Thank you, everybody. Let's see what's going on. Cutter Savage. What's the name of the guitar strap guy? What's
Richter.
the name?
It's Richter Straps. It's pronounced RICHTER. Richter Straps. I can.
What I'm getting out here is and thank you for sharing. some of the guitars you have, Bernd. It's my turn. I'm really excited to show you this because this is another company that I really wish I could do some business with. But this company, be very careful here.
I love the golden hardware. I like it.
Oh, great. I gotta figure out an easier way of doing this.
Be careful.
I need a table. maybe I might actually meet a sponsor that will get me a rehearsal space.
That looks nice. Yeah, it's a great. It's a nice one. I like the golden hardware. What kind of pickups are in there in this guitar?
These are CNC wound pickups, like you would find in the GMW guitars.
Ah, okay.
Now, little history about this guitar. First of all, this is named after my wife. This is Cindy.
Yeah,
this is my number one prime baby. Okay, so let's take a tour of Cindy. Right, I position myself better. Can you see that abalone right there on the headstock?
Yeah.
This is a Wolf guitar. All abalone. Wolf, got an abalone wolf. Abalone full moon, the wolf is howling.
Okay.
You have a bone.
I can see it. Yeah. If you come closer,
bone nut. This is a bone nut. I'm talking about a real ivory bone nut.
Okay.
And when I turn Cindy around very slowly, right there on the fretboard, pure abalone, 150% abalone.
Yeah.
And then when we go mahogany,
body.
This is a rosewood fretboard. Goto tuners.
Oh, fine.
Right here are the CNC wound pickups. Now, if you look very closely at the binding
looks great. Yeah.
Abalone in the binding. Right? And this is a 5A.
Nice piece. Yeah.
5A flame maple cap. So check this back out. I'm absolutely in love with this back. Look at that.
Looks great.
Look at the grain. Look at the craftsmanship. Look at that.
Where's the guitar built in the United States?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And the this guitar, my number one. This is my baby right here. This is my crown jewel. Is
it available in white? Sure.
Yes. Yes, I've seen white, cream. As a matter of fact, go to AIOguitars.com.
I'll check it out. Looks
AIO Guitars, all-in-one guitars.com. You look at this guitar with the 5A flame maple cap, the one piece. This is one piece of mahogany.
Yeah.
The sides, the back, this exquisite neck
through guitar,
neck through. Yeah. This is all one piece of mahogany. Now you look at this. What's the first thought that goes through your head when you look at this?
It's very expensive. It looks like a custom custom built guitar.
You're going to be shocked. I paid $400 for this guitar.
What's wrong with this deal?
$400. I never in my life thought I would ever have such an easy playable. Look at that. Just butter. Just butter. Plays like butter. I never thought in my life that I would ever have something this exquisite that looks like it could cost $9,000-$10,000.
Yeah.
And then I ran into this company by accident.
Okay.
I didn't even know they existed, Bernd.
Yeah, I never heard about it.
I was like, huh? All-in-one guitars? And no, I better keep looking. Well, that little voice of inspiration that's in my head said, do it. Check it out. So I went to allinoneguitars.com. My mouth hit the floor. I thought, I've never heard of this brand before.
It's not established.
Unbelievable. It's a little shop in Koreatown in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay.
A little shop about almost just a little bigger than my space here.
Okay. That's amazing. Yeah.
I wanted to show you this.
California soon.
I want to show you this.
Yeah.
They ship worldwide.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they ship to Germany. They ship to anywhere you want to go.
Okay.
Check them out. If you want an exquisite guitar.
What models they create?
This is the Wolf.
Yeah.
The Wolf WLP.
Do they struts?
They have Telecasters.
Yeah, okay.
They have mostly single cuts. As a matter of fact, that's a good question. And just set Cindy down here quickly.
Be careful.
Oh, I will. That's for sure. This is my prize. You know, like a lot of people are always talking about 59 Gibson Les Pauls.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is my 59 Gibson Les Paul. This is I thought this stand was that. I'm sorry, but this. There we go.
Yeah, that's not easy with all this old guitars. I read it in the magazine with Joe Bonamassa. He owns a lot of old historic vintage guitars, and he's not always satisfied with all of them. So, yeah, stayed a lot of trouble to get him run. Yeah, so not all of these old ladies are playing very good. So I think it's better to have a good working guitar. You can. I'm a player, not a collector, as I told. Mm-hmm. So you don't need a 59 Les Paul. You can afford it. It makes no sense at all, I think.
Well, I love these guitars, and every time that I think that I'm they have a new website. They have a new website, Bernd. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Check this out. I'm gonna pop it up here real quick. They have a brand new. There we go. So let me
okay. Yeah.
let me put the website in. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Okay, looks like that's it. So let me take you through. Let me take you through this website. This right here. Look at this. All-in-one guitars found on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. They have a real high rating on Yelp.
Yeah.
As we go down, look at these. Right there. Look at that. Look at that Blackburst. $449 for the Blackburst WLP. Check out this Telecaster.
Telecaster looks very, very, very good. I also like the Stratocaster, the Relic Stratocaster. Also look nice.
This is the one I was looking at when I first made decision that I was going to get my first all-in-one guitar. Alder body, it's a mahogany top, maple neck, ebony fingerboard,
radius 12.
A bone nut. This thing has a bone nut. Are you ready for that? Locking tuners, and it's only 8 pounds. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
No.
That is amazing.
Absolutely.
And I'm a big Telecaster lover. I don't have any Telecasters yet, but I'm hoping that someday I will. All in one, AIO. I'm hoping that look at that fretboard, that beautiful ebony fretboard. I'm hoping that someday I will have a Telecaster. This is the one that I want to have.
Yeah.
So I can't afford a real Telecaster. They have like Gibson ES335 semi-hollows. $429. They've got the single cut. Here's your Strat right here.
Really extract. Yeah, looks
53 electric guitar. Let's check this out. Look at that. Look at this. 4 view more details. Let's check. Let's keep digging into this. Alder body, a maple neck. Let me scroll down a little bit. There you go. Sorry about that, Brandon. Alder body, maple neck, ebony fingerboard, 42 millimeter nut spacing. Okay, at 12-inch radius, a bone nut, 25.5 scale length, 7 pounds, $449.
great deal. Yeah.
Look at that. I love, and that's the case that it comes in.
Okay.
It's this Gator case here.
Is it with case included or?
Yeah, right here. The case is only $50. Are you ready for that?
I think that is a kind of nonsense. I think they sell a lot of guitars these days without a box.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a guitar for 1,500 euros by German, and it comes without a box, it makes no sense for me, because if you buy a guitar for this price, I expect to have it in a professional case or a box, a guitar box.
Here's Cindy. Well, I agree. I agree with you. I think I opened a guitar box once and there was no bag. There was no case, and I thought, oh my goodness. So I I like this. Today is a purple kind of day. Yeah. Look at that beautiful purple WLP. Check this one out. This is pure abalone. Have you ever seen a pure abalone guitar before?
Not really.
Look at that top. Me neither till I saw this. And 40 plus years of playing, I've never seen a guitar quite like this before. The top is pure abalone. It's all abalone. The top is all abalone, Bernd. And right here along the sides and the binding, it's all a different kind of abalone. This is the abalone WLP. And that's a good picture right there.
Yeah.
So this should look at this bass right here. Now I'm gonna need to get a bass so I could do my own tracking here at home. But right now I have to rely on, I need to find some decent drum and bass software. There's Cindy right there. Even comes with videos too. Oh, look at that red
nice
devil.
one. Red Hot Rods Telecaster. Nice.
The finish is almost as close to being like a fluorescent red, fire engine red. Wow. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Holy mackerel. The AIO guitar is 135. Those are real. Those are real PAF pickups right there. They use nothing but real stuff. Real ingredients. real well, this is all the recipes. Look at that. Holy mackerel. There's another telly that's setting up, kind of an iridescent green. Look at all those boxes right there. Holy smokes. Look at this one on top. There's such a high gloss finish on it that's reflecting off the lights up above, but that looks pretty good. And they make acoustics. Look at that one, Bernd.
And they all build it in one small factory.
Yeah. One small one. Everything's built right here in the USA. Look at that.
Hollow body.
Wow. Look at that top right there.
Amazing.
AIO Wolf KLP 45 FM semi-hollow Tiger Amber.
And you're sure that they make money with their business?
Yeah. Now there's another strap for you.
Yeah, that's Sunburst. No, I like it.
Yeah, that's Sunburst. That is. Who did I see playing a Sunburst strap like that? I'm gonna have to think about. Oh, look at that! There's your white one, right there. That's kind of a cream. Kind of look at that top. It's like faded white with looks like it's relic. Look at the edges. Look like they've been set on fire. Look at that. And they do all this. Oh, now that is just pure tone right there. Ah, look at that. Look at this. Have you ever seen a tailpiece like this?
No.
I never have.
Not really.
There it is.
Left hand.
$800. That's all that this pure abalone top.
That's crazy, man.
That is crazy. I almost got that.
That's a
Oh, look at that top.
5A.
Let's see. AIO TC3 quilted maple top.
Tabletop. Oh, incredible piece of
Here. Yep, and this is for all the Taylor fans out there.
yeah.
We do have Taylor guitars in the shop.
We get lost into guitars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I mean, that's what this show's all about.
Yeah.
And I mean,
A Rickenbacker bass. Cool. Telly, nice one. White. I like white guitars. That's no secret.
oh, check out Cutter Savage. Cutter saying, for drums, check out Easy Drummer and Superior Drummer. Thanks, Cutter. I'll look into that.
I use Easy Drummer at home for my computer system. So I use it as a plugin for GarageBand. So it's a good piece of software.
Amazing. So I wanted to ask you, Bernd, about tone. What is tone to you? What does the word tone mean?
Tone, in the first direction, tone, it comes out of your fingers, out of your mind. If you have a vision of what sound you want to create, that's the first step. So you have to practice a lot to play some, for example, good flashy licks. You have good vibrato. I like guitarists with good vibrators in the fingers, like Gary Moore or Michael Schenker. Yeah, so that's the tone comes from the fingers and from your mind, and then you have to use, in my opinion, good solid equipment. You have to experience all of this, a lot of time. You need years and years to find your sound. Maybe you will get to 90% or 95%. Maybe you not reach the 100%. I don't know. My journey will never end to find a perfect tone. I'm near to it. Sometimes I got it on tape. I got it on a record, but it's a constant search for the sound. So never be end.
Now
you have to. A lot of depends on pickup systems. You have to use different kind of guitars for different sounds. If you want to have a heavy guitar, you have to use a Les Paul or a Strat, most a Strat with EMG pickups, active pickups. If you like a rock and roll sound, you can use the PAF pickups with the Maybach or Les Paul, things like that. A Tele is better for crystal clear sounds, things like that. You have to experience a lot in your lifetime with different instruments, amps, whatever it takes.
When you're watching a player, when you're watching somebody play, whether it's Michael Schenker or Gary Moore, or gosh, I mean, the list is just endless. I know me, Mick Mars, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Paul Kozlov. It just goes on forever. What's the first thing you look for when you're watching a guitar player you really like? What's the first thing you're listening for? What's the first thing that you're watching for?
Yeah, I prefer guitar players. It's a cliche with their own sound, but it depends on melody. It depends on how they use their special skills. Just not for the show, just to get an idea, to create their own part in a solo, for example, is a song in a song. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's the climax of a song. So that's the way it should be. And maybe you reach that goal with 3 notes. And sometimes you you reach the goal with 1,000 tones, with incredible technique. Maybe it's a wide range between Yngwie Malmsteen and Robert Johnson. You know what I mean? Both of them have their identity, their tone, if you like, their own kind of expression. I think when the personality of a player shines through his playing, to his sound, you can get a picture of what he wants to express. So that's the art of playing guitar. Yeah, there's a lot of clones, a lot of perfect players without a soul. Yeah, but there are a few ones who put their own personality into their sound, into their expression, and that's all about guitar playing, I think.
So what's the key as a guitarist, and how you feel, your opinion, which means a lot to me. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I value your opinion. I what you're saying is very important to me. So thank you for sharing. When you're writing guitar parts for Dust and Bones, okay, say, Nailed to the Wall.
Yeah.
Okay, when you were writing the riffs for Nailed to the Wall, how did your mind work? What was your songwriting process for the guitar music, for the guitar parts?
Normally, a lot of songs ideas come from Thorsten. Meanwhile, I'm very into the songwriting process. First, you figure out a concept of a song. Give me an example, because if you, for example, Nail It to the Wall, it's very based on the Ramones, on Rose Tattoo, AC/DC tune. So that's the first idea behind the song. What kind of song do you want to write? So then you use a main riff, and you build a chorus. The melody line comes after that. So just you need a good basement, for your song. That's important, and the details are also important too, but they came later on. But you have to put a lot of energy in the details. So and then you put it all together, and sometimes less is more. You know what I mean? So first you play a solo with all skills you used to like, but it's too much, and then you reduce it to the essence of a song, and when you do a good job, it all comes together. So maybe less it's more, maybe more it's more. So as I can say, it's a very intimate process to get a song really good done. So it's kind of teamwork. Maybe sometimes it's someone alone at home. So maybe when I write songs at home, I got inspired by another song idea I heard years ago, or things like that. So, but all in all, you need a good basement for the song, a good fundament, if you like, and then you put it together, stone by stone. So that's the secret about it.
What are thank you for sharing that, Bernd. What are your favorite all-time songs? What's the music that you listen to the most today, and why?
I have a wide range of music I like. That's the other side as a private person. On the other side, as a guitar player, I like to practice a lot. I do a lot of cover stuff. I practice a lot of guitar work from other artists like Michael Schenker at home. So that's on the other side. It's me as a person, as a musician, and a private person. So I heard I also listen to meanwhile prog music. I like prog music. I like all Genesis stuff. If you ask me what I heard about what's my favorite music during the last 2 or 3 weeks, so I heard a lot of Rory Gallagher. the photo finish, for example, or the high priority work. Meanwhile, I like Steve Wilson. It's more into rock music. Yeah, so yeah, it changes from time to time. So there comes a time when I listen more to rock and roll music, then more to not guitar music also. So I have a wide range of big taste of music, if you like it.
Have you ever found yourself listening to like opera or listening to I could see where Yngwie Malmsteen gets, his influences from the neoclassical legendary composers of all time. But have you ever, and I appreciate that greatly, I appreciate that because I listen to everything. But have you ever thought about when things start opening up more and Dust and Bones starts playing out more and more and more and more and more again? Have you ever thought about maybe getting to the point? I don't know. Yeah, this is just going off my head right now. But have you ever thought about maybe doing something like Mono Inc. did, and having like a little 4 or 5 person symphony behind you, behind Dust and Bones?
First, I have to say, I was always interested in the classical music stuff. I grew up with classical music. I like, as a German, Wagner. Richard Wagner, I don't know if you're into his work. I like also Mahler. A lot of great classical componists are from Europe. So I grew up with classical music also, like with rock and roll. So I'm also very interested in prog music. I like prog music very, very much. All the old stuff, but also the new stuff. Yeah. So I play different styles of music. So for me, in the future, maybe I will be involved in a prog music project. I don't know. If I find some guys here around me in the area who like to play stuff like that, so it's on me to play it. So Crimson, what's the name of the Crimson Chord? Crimson, what's the name of the rock band from the 70s, 60s?
I was going to say King Crimson.
King Crimson.
Robert Fripp, King Crimson.
Yeah, amazing guitar player. So this guy I discovered during the last 2 years. Amazing work. End of the 60s, during the 70s, he still plays live with his band. He was on tour with Tool, crazy combination. I like rock music very, very much. I like all this Dream Theater things.
Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah.
And
So-
look at my what Pooh Ninja. Thanks for being here, Pooh. You rock, man. Pooh Ninja says favorite change hourly. Black Sabbath is forever.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath. Yep. The very first time that I heard the original, the first ever Black Sabbath album, Black Sabbath. I remember walking through. Do you recall, Bernd, the franchise store? It's called Target. The store called Target, like Kmart, like discount shopping. I remember walking into a Target. It was a Tuesday night. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Okay.
It was raining. I got out of the house and I just wanted to go do something. And I walked into Target and my eyes went right to the CD rack, right? And right at the front of the CD rack was the first Black Sabbath album. And I remember picking it up and looking at it. And, there wasn't a lot of people. I think Target was getting ready to close. So there wasn't a lot of people there. I felt like I was in the place by myself. And it was my moment. It was raining outside. The thunder was cracking. The lightning was cracking. And I was inside Target. Absolutely hypnotized by this cover.
By the artwork from the cover, from
the artwork of the original Black Sabbath.
There's this mystic figure behind, this countryside kind of picture.
The mill. It's a mill. I thought it was an old church. Yeah. It turns out that it was, and the mill's still around. It's an old mill. And this lady, just all in black, with black hair and black dress, and you swear she's
perfect to the music. It's I think that's also important in metal or hard rock music is the cover artwork. It's the whole thing. It's not just the music. I think that makes things going on. It makes things going maybe dangerous. I don't know if you like.
Well, it's absolutely amazing. When you think about the artwork, it's like, wow, and like when I listen to something like, first time I heard Dust and Bones, I was listening to Nailed to the Wall. And that's crazy. I love that. And I was looking at the thumbnail, the photo that yourself or Thorsten sent to me for the show. Yeah. And I was looking at the thumbnail, listening to Nailed to the Wall. I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm like, I was just glued to that picture. I laugh because it makes me happy. I love the music. I just love, and then Metal Fighters. Oh my gosh, when I heard Metal Fighters for the first time, hey, we've got more people watching right now. Would it be okay with you if I played the Metal Fighters?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is it okay, Brian?
I can get another beer, so for me it's fine.
Let's check it out. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Dreaming Guitarist Show. Hanging with the Dreamer. You may know me from Hanging with the Dreamer. My name's the Dreamer. Welcome to my new show, my new guitar talk show. And it's all about getting guitarists together from different cultures and different backgrounds. And today I am privileged and honored again to have my dear brother Bernd from Germany, from the band Dust and Bones. Bernd, I love him like he's my blood brother, and Bernd's very important to me, and Bernd is very important to Dreamland Studios, and the music of Dust and Bones is a regular music in my house. So I just would like to play this video for my dear brother Bernd, and I played it before, but I'll play it again. Everybody enjoy. This is Metal Fighters.
All the restless and the freaks. This belongs to the dark.
Hallo, ich bin der Metal Fighter und das waren Dustin Bones mit ihrem Song Bad Commando.
Aus dem aktuellen Album The Great The Nations Terror Parade überall zu kaufen. Mehr Infos über uns und die Metal Fighters findet ihr unten in der Videobeschreibung. Rock'n'Roll!
Liken, teilen, abonnieren.
That is awesome, Bernd. And back here, first I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here today or this evening. Thank you for
inviting me. Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out. And I want you to know that it's my sincere hope that you will come back. And it's my sincere hope that Dustin Bones will come back to Hanging with the Dreamer. And it's my sincere hope that we can work on a song, maybe exchange some ideas online or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I just want to say to everybody who's going to watch this on the replay, you've been watching the Dreaming Guitarist show with my dear brother Bernd Biedenbach from Germany, from the band Dustin Bones. And we have had, thank you for everybody who has hung out. And thank you. I just want to say it's got a notification that I got a PayPal donation from $10 from my dear friend Brian. Thank you, Brian. We're gonna hook up this weekend, man. And then my birthday is 2 weeks after that. We're gonna have a big party here at the house. I wish you were here too, Bernd. And it's gonna be a big deal. So I just thank you, Brian. Thank you. If anybody wants to check out somebody who's a real nice person, check out my friend Brian Simpson on Facebook. He's a real good guy. He loves music. He loves Freddie Mercury. He loves Prince. He loves all of the music I do. Check him out. And I just want to give a big shout out to Thorsten and the guys at Dustin Bones, to Matt over at Puerto Records. A big shout out to Sainted Sinners. A big shout out to Witchbound, which is my number 2 favorite band. Dustin Bones number 1 and Witchbound's number 2. Sorry, Stefan, but Witchbound is number 2. So for anybody who's going to catch this on the replay, leave a comment, and I'll make sure that Bernd Biedenbach gets your comment, and I'll make sure that he gets your love as well. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Big show announcement for those that are watching this on the replay. June 3rd, I've got Mr. David Oman coming up on Hanging with the Dreamer. And I'm stretching off music to kind of stretch into things more inspirational based. He's a producer and a content creator that has a very wonderful story to share. And then Friday, June 4th, I'm going to have Fruitcake Tony back for Guest Appreciation Day. A big shout out to Fruitcake Tony. A big shout out to Mark Taylor. A big shout out to Sandra Picorni. A big shout out to Bill and the Essential Guitarist Group. A big shout out to Lindsey Becker at Sweetwater. A big shout out to Dean Guitars. A massive shout out to All-in-One Guitars, AIOguitars.com. Check them out. And before we end, there's a video that I'd like to play, Bernd, who my buddy Cutter Savage, who is in the chat today. And he was here last time. He really wanted to meet you. And he's a fan. He's a Dust and Bones fan too. But would it be okay if I play his video? Bernd, would it be okay if I play Cutter's video?
Yeah, absolutely. Do it. Absolutely.
I just wanted you to see this guy. We're talking about Gary Moore, and we're talking about Rory Gallagher, and we're talking about all of our heroes.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. This is my dear friend, my dear brother, Cutter Savage. Enjoy, Bernd.
Yeah, I do it.
I tell you truly about these events that have been foreseen. A powerful instrument shall be born, and fire shall come down from the sky, and it shall cause a great divide. And what thou seest, write in a book.
That's Cutter Savage.
Cool. Good phrasing. Yeah, it's a slow song, but wow, it's very nice guitar work. Sounds good to me. Unique
Yeah.
video. Yeah. I think it's the same footage stuff with the wolf as our video. Yeah, that's a cool guy. Good guitar player. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Bernd. Thank you for letting me play that. I have really been talking to Cutter about Dust and Bones and about you and how much you guys mean to me and how much you mean to me. Bernd, you mean to me, and how much Dust and Bones means to me, and how much El Puerto Records means to me personally.
Thank you. Cool.
And I just had to, I told him, I said, dude, you got to meet this guy. Talking about you, Bernd, I said, you got to listen to Dust and Bones. You need to meet Bernd Biedenbach, man. And I said, I said nothing but good things, great things. and just like I say, nothing about great things about anybody, really. But because I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all the time you've given me. Thank you, Bernd, and I'm looking forward. Cutter, thanks for sharing my video. Thank you, Bernd. It means a lot to me.
Me too. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think we will be back with new material. We're writing some new stuff. We're looking forward to start live shows again. End of the year, next year, we're booked for a big festival in Germany. So we're writing some new material. And when we finished, I think, I hope you will feature us on your show again. So it's a honor for us. It's we appreciate it too. So to be in your show. Be part of the world, of the Dreamers world. So I think it's a good thing you do for other people and other musicians. So keep on.
Well, I thank you, Bernd. I appreciate your kind words. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I create a nice, calming, nice environment for everybody. Because you're loved here, you're respected here, you're welcomed here, and I'm thankful. Hey, I know that some viewers might watch me and go, well, that guy doesn't have a life. You know what? I do have a life, and I have a great wife. I have a great life, and the Dreamer's life is my life, and it's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. So I hope that not too many people think like that about me, but I'm just me,
It's good the way it is. Absolutely, man. So
so
keep doing. Keep it on it. I think you're a very unique, warm person with a great positive personality. So yeah, that's all about it too. Everybody is like you, so we don't have so much problems in this world. So yeah, we will be back with Dust and Bones, and maybe we meet in a guitar special. So I always prepared. Maybe I do some new stuff on my YouTube channel. I don't know. I have the time. When I have the time, I'll let you know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Can you tell our watchers who are watching us right now and who are going to watch this on the replay, where can they go to find Dust and Bones merchandise, and where can they go to find Dust and Bones music, and where can they go to find your new YouTube channel?
Yeah. You can find Dust and Bones at dustandbones.com. Yeah, as the one written in one word. You can order there the merchandise. You can always you can also find our merchandise and CDs on on the page from El Puerto Records. You can order our music on Amazon worldwide, iTunes, a lot of more of the platforms. So you can find us there. And you can find me on the YouTube channel on YouTube, and BB stands for Bernd Biedenbach, Vintage Guitars. So I named it because vintage guitars, I play a few of them. Yeah, as you could see this evening, and you can find some 4 videos meanwhile, and maybe I add some more in the future. So I have to buy some new guitars. My wife will kill me. It's always the same problem, you know. Yeah,
That
know what I mean.
And there you go, folks. There you
Yeah.
go. Everybody watching the Dreaming Guitarist Show. Keep on the lookout. Subscribe to the Dreamer's Life. Subscribe to Bernd's channel. And follow Dust and Bones on all social media that you could get Dust and Bones on. And I highly recommend the next Dreaming Guitarist Show. My birthday is June 10th. So cards and letters are welcome. And that's coming up in 2 weeks. And again, next week, June 3rd, on the Hanging with the Dreamer show, I'll have Mr. David Ullman. And if anybody doesn't know who David Ullman is, do a Google search and check out David Ullman. He has a real interesting story to tell, and I can't wait to hear it. It's I'll just leave it as a surprise. And June 4th, be Guest Appreciation Day again here in Dreamland Studios, featuring my good buddy Fruitcake Tony, who's been helping me and giving me some outstanding ideas about my YouTube channel, The Dreamer's Life. So look up the merch store, look up all support links for Bernd, and I'm for Dream Guitar Show. I'll always have Bernd's links in there. I will always have Cutter Savage's links there. And the more guitarists that join the show, your links will remain a permanent part for the Dreaming Guitarist Show description box. You will always be remembered, pardon me, in every description box. Every show, your links will be in. If you come on my show, I will promote you forever in every episode. Please, I can have 9 more people right now. Please just hit that link in the chat room. Let's do this, and let's make this the most positive energy, inspirational show on the tubes right now. And let's do that. We can do that together, because that's what the Dreamer's Life is all about. It's not just about me, and it's not just about my gear, and it's not just about my mixer or my amps or guitars, and it's a lot more than that now. And it's all about uniting and bringing together different cultures of guitar players and promoting bands that I really like and helping out El Puerto Records. That's what the Dreamer's Life is all about. And I just want to thank everybody. Thank everybody who's watching Essential Guitars. Hey, Bill, it seems you might run out of room eventually. I'll figure it out. Come on, guitar players, share this show with all your friends. I can have up to 9 people at the same time. Every month, I can have up to 9 people. Or I may do more shows. I may make the Dreaming Guitarist show weekly, like Hanging with the Dreamer is, if I have that much interest. Come on, dreamers, let's pull together and let's support local music. Let's support international music. Let's support all guitarists. Let's support the guitar community. Let's support each other and be good to each other. Be encouraging. This life sucks. Life's hard. There's a lot of pain and a lot of sadness out there now more than ever. But us as a community, as one giant guitar brotherhood and sisterhood community, let's promote each other. Come on, the Dreaming Guitarist Show. Help my dream, help my vision for the show come true. Like my vision for Hanging with the Dreamer, my weekly talk show it's come true. Help me bring this vision of unity. I'm going to share something. My years are running out. I'm not getting any younger. I will run out of years, and I hope it won't be for a long time. But I have outlived my father, who died when I was 13, and I have outlived a lot of heroes that Bernd and I have in common. I want to leave a positive impression on this life, on this messed up world that we live in. I want to be like the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, or for those that know me, like Godzilla. And I want to leave deep footprints. And I want people to know that the dreamer's life is here, and the dreamer's life is all about positive inspiration. It means it's my whole life, because this is what I need to do. I want to be remembered for good things. I want to be remembered for positive things. I want to be remembered for the man that I am now, not what I used to be. And I want to thank everybody who's watching. Thank you to everybody in the chat. And lastly, I want to give a big shout out to somebody who is very instrumental in Hanging with the Dreamer getting out there. And that's my dear brother, Jay Lambs Remy. Circus of the Dark Radio, the #1 radio show on Facebook. Let's see, who is this? Which comb goes?
It's a friend of mine.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's very...
That's your friend, Bernd?
It's our singer. It's one of our two singers. It's very...
Thank you. Thank you. Is that Thorsten?
No, it's Furry. It's the other guy who sings.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Danke. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Dankeschön. Check out the description boxes of both Hanging with the Dreamer, this show right here, Guitarist Dreaming Show. Check out the description boxes. Check out the links to the Circus of the Dark modeling news magazine. Hanging with the Dreamer is featured in that magazine for 3 months in a row now. And I'm the only broadcaster to be in there. I could not achieve this without Jay Lambs Remy and Surrender Stella out of Houston, Texas, here in the States. Thank you, Jay. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for believing in my vision. Thank you for putting me in your magazine every month. The links are in the description box below. For the third month in a row, Bernd, this magazine is dedicated to the veterans, to the military,
Okay.
because he's a ex-Army Ranger, and his wife is a captain. Was a captain in the Army. They're beautiful people. I love them to death.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to go to Houston, Texas someday, Cindy, and meet them and hang out with them. They're my family. Jay Remy is very important to me. His fiance is awesome. Surrender Stella, the main band that he's in. Well, he's in a lot of different projects, but Surrender Stella is how I met him, having Surrender Stella on the show. And also, I just want to say, lastly, go check out the Hanging with the Dreamer episode with Dust and Bones. You have Bernd and you have Thorsten. Check that out. Check that out. And you'll see why I love Dust and Bones so much. Check that out. It's awesome. It's awesome. So check out all of Bernd's YouTube channel, all of his support links. Thank you, Jay Remy, for always having the Dreamer's Life part of your vision. I love you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Dreamer's Life, everybody. All the rest of this year is getting taken up. If you would like to come on the Dreamer's Life, email me at hangingwithdreamer@gmail.com. If you would like to get in touch with Bernd, how can people get in touch with you?
I have an email link on my YouTube channel. If you get in contact with my YouTube channel, you can contact me per email. You can write me an email, send me an email, so you can get back an answer from me. Ask me everything you like. Yeah.
Thank you, Bernd. And thank you for sharing your guitars, some of your guitars with us today. And thank you for talking to me about EQ pedals,
It's a pleasure.
and delays, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And thank you again to Buck Waller and Shell, his wife Shell, at ISP Technologies. I'm looking forward to getting my MSX back and rocking it up. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be phenomenal.
I'm sure.
Essential Guitarist. Great meeting you, Bernd.
No, thank you. Thanks for being here with you tonight.
Thank you, everybody. Keep subscribe to the channel and smash that bell notification. Support Bernd and everything he's doing. Support Dust and Bones and everything that he's doing, or that they are doing. Excuse me, and support El Puerto Records and everything, and all the other bands that are signed on El Puerto Records. Go to elpuertorecords.com. Check them out. Check out Dust and Bones. Check out Witchbound. They're my number 2 favorite band. Check out Garage Days. They're my number 3 favorite band. Check them out and show the El Puerto artists some love. That there's a community of people around the world that love rock and roll and love and die and bleed our music. This is our music, our community, our tribe. And we're powerful. We're strong. We're mighty. Stay inspired, dreamers. And help somebody in need. Be kind to those around you. Treat people like you want to be treated. common practice in Dreamland Studios. Thank you, everybody. Bernd, I will be right with you. Thank you, everybody. Stay on the lookout for the next Dreaming Guitarist show. And if you're a guitarist, you catch this on the replay, show up to the live show. I'll have a link in the chat. Enjoy. See everybody June 3rd for Mr. David Oman on Hanging with the Dreamer.